So I just got done scraping the tanning powder off of the squirrel hide. It actually works pretty nice, depending on what you're going to be using it for, what your purpose for your pelt is going to be. I only use it for display. That's about it. I'm going to write inside the date and location where I got this particular squirrel and then hang it up. I keep the bone in the tail. I've always done that since I was a kid. Haven't had any problem. It makes the movement of the tail much more natural, I think, anyway. But the tanning powder itself, I've used salt in the past, you know, to dry out the skin, which turns it into like a rawhide, and I have stopped at that point. Again, I just use it for sentimental purposes, to remember when and where this particular squirrel was hunted. It is it's kind of like a in between of a rawhide and an actual tan skin. It is somewhat pliable. It's not like rawhide, definitely, but it's also not, I didn't do it too good of a job here fleshing that out. But regardless, for my purposes, this is just fine. It stays flexible, but yet has a rough, dried out feel to it. It does say on the bottle for the tanning powder, if you want something a little bit softer as far as your pelt, to try rubbing Vaseline on it. But I think this is just fine for my purposes and remembering the squirrel. And as you can see, there's no blood stains whatsoever. As far as dressing out the squirrel and removing the skin, that tail through method, once again, tons of videos on it, but it is super clean and really minimizes the mess associated with dressing out an animal. So, especially a squirrel, obviously. This is the tanning powder that I used. It's Blue Ridge, from Blue Ridge Products, and it is from PCS Outdoors, and I can't remember how much I paid. I picked up 2 bottles of it, jars, whatever. I want to say it was under $4 each, but it works. Like I said, this is the first time I've used it, and I kind of like how it came out. It's dried out like a rawhide, but yet is still pliable. And again, for my purposes, I'm just going to be hanging it up with my other pelts, which have not been done too great. Both of these I keep up in for sentimental reasons. The squirrel pelt was my one son's first squirrel when we went out hunting. That is a rabbit pelt in the middle, between the possum and the squirrel. I let my son do the skinning, but that was the best job he could do. It was okay. And again, sentimental reasons. First rabbit that he ever got, first squirrel that he ever got, and the squirrel pelt I just got will be going up there as well. And that's about it. So again, depending on what you're going to be using this for, if it's just for display purposes, you're not really into, professionally skinning and tanning pelts, it'll do the job, this tanning powder. So, Blue Ridge products. I'm not really into thoroughly skinning and tanning any hide. It just all goes back to, again, when I was a kid. As a matter of fact, when we would hunt and get squirrels, we would cut off the tails and just keep the tails as a memento of the squirrel that we got. So I had a few squirrel tails in my collection. And then as far as rabbits, if we got a rabbit, all we did was chop off a foot. And of course, for luck, keep a lucky rabbit's foot from the rabbits that we got. That was pretty much skin or, pelt, body-wise, all that we kept as kids. Squirrel tails and rabbit's feet. That's was the gist. And just, doing a quick and easy skinning and quick drying out, not really tanning of the pelt is a way it just takes me back to my childhood. So that's the only reason. And again, like I said, for sentimental reasons, it's about it. I'm not looking for a professional tan squirrel skin, but the tanning powder did the job.